What's good, R&B squad? This is out of Ruth. I trust that this message meets you guys in good spirits. If you're new to this family, we don't believe that you're here by accident. Welcome. We're happy to have you, and Jesus is, of course, always happier. The word I have today comes from both a dream that I had and a lyrical message. And as per usual, as you listen to the details, you will know whether or not this word is for you. Please eat the meat, spit out the bone, take what's for you, and leave the rest. And more importantly, please ensure that you're praying as you listen so that you may receive direct confirmation from the Lord as to whether or not this word is for you. So both messages are kingdom marriage messages. And for some of you, you're going to be able to find both relatable. It's going to be something that the two messages that you can relate to. And for others of you, it's just one. For some of you, one message ties into the other. So listen carefully and make sure that you take exactly what is for you and leave the rest, as I said before. So I'm going to start out with the lyrical message. And the thing is, this song has been following me and just randomly popping up for months now. And I was actually supposed to do this song in the last word. I was supposed to let this song be included in the last lyrical message that I put out. But because I was pressed for time at that time, I did not. And also, I'm glad that I didn't put it out right away because there are some details in here that I needed to go over and take my time and go over with you guys. And because of that, it's better that I do it by itself. After that, there's another message that I'm going to include, and that will come right after the lyrical message. So this song that has been following me for a while, for a couple months, is called Same Script, Different Cast, and it is a duet by Whitney Houston and Deborah Cox. And the first thing that the Lord pointed out to me while I was listening to this song is this. When you listen to the song, and for those of you whom this is for, I'd like you to go back and listen to it so that you can hear for yourselves what I'm talking about. When you listen to the song, you will hear that Whitney Houston and Deborah Cox, at certain points, you can't even tell one from the other. One of them sounds exactly like the other one. And you know, Deborah Cox, there were a couple interviews where I saw her say that she took her vocal style. A lot of her vocal style was actually inspired by that of Whitney Houston. So she admitted that part of her vocal style, her riffs and so on, they were actually based on Whitney Houston's vocal style. So I thought that that was really interesting. And I remember thinking, the Lord put it in my mind that right there is like a perfect example of a counterfeit situation where one is the real thing. Now, no shade to Deborah Cox, I love her, but where one is the real thing and the other one is just an imitation. Okay? No shade to the Deborah Cox fans, all right? Y'all don't come for me in the comments. So, moving right along, these are the lyrics. I'm going to get right into the lyrics. And for those of you whom this is for, this is a situation where your partner has been with someone before you. And that person, it turned out that that person wasn't their person and that you are. It's been confirmed through God that you are their person. And now this person is now struggling. This previous partner is now struggling with the idea of not being the one or being a counterfeit. Okay? So let me get into the lyrics. They go, there's an intro here where Whitney says to Deborah, "Thank you for being woman enough to come." And Deborah Cox says, "Whitney, what's this about?" So before we even go any further, some of you are going to be getting, and this is for those of you who know who your partner is, and it can also be for those of you who may not know your partner yet. So there is going to come a time, if it hasn't already, where a previous partner of your God-ordained spouse is going to try to approach you to have a conversation with you. They're going to approach you, or they're going to send people to you to have a conversation with you about your God-ordained partner. Okay? So getting into the rest of the lyrics, this is verse 1. I know he's leaving me for you. Who said that? Who told you that it's true? What is he telling you? Could it be the same things that he told me? He told me that he loved me. I heard that. He told me I was beautiful. How did you know? How did you know? Because I've played that scene before. So in that first verse, basically the previous partner, who was Whitney, she was saying to Deborah, look, I know this man is leaving me for you. And I want to know if he's telling you the same things that he told me. And then Deborah Cox goes, well, he told me he loved me and that I'm beautiful. And Whitney goes, I heard he told you that. And Deborah says, how did you know he told me these things? And Whitney goes, because I played this role before. He told me all the same things. So basically, this person is going to come to you. This previous partner or counterfeit of your past partner is going to come to you and tell you, listen, all the things that this man or this woman is telling you right now, I've heard it all before. None of it is new. None of it is new. You're not special. He told me the same thing. She told me the same thing. So they're going to try to make you think that you're one of many and that you're not special. Okay? Now, moving on to the chorus goes, this is a retake of my life. I was his star for many nights. Now the roles have changed and you're the leading lady in his life. Lights, camera, now you're on. Just remember you've been warned. Enjoy it now because it won't last. Same script, different cast. So listen, again, this person is going to come to you. This past partner of your God-ordained partner is going to come to you and try to make you think that you're not special to your person. They're going to tell you, or they're going to send people to do it. They're going to tell you, listen, everything that is happening with you and this person right now, everything he's about to do with you, everything she's about to tell you, listen, I've heard it before. I've done it before. None of this is new. You're just a rerun. You're just doing all the things that we used to do. He's just taking you to all the places that we used to go to. She's just telling you all the things that she used to tell me. She's just telling you that you're all the man she needs and all of that, just because that's what she says to everybody. So this person is determined to make you feel like you're not special. So this is the second verse, and this time around it's actually Deborah who is addressing Whitney. And it goes, what you're saying could be true, but how could I take advice from you? And then Whitney goes, I'm not hating, but I wish the one before me would have warned me too. And then Deborah goes, don't say no more. And Whitney goes, uncover your ears, girl. And Deborah goes, I'm not listening. And Whitney goes, but I know you hear me. Maybe my reasons are wrong, but I know that you believe me. So that right there, maybe my reasons are wrong, but I know that you believe me. That is such a dead giveaway. So this person, their whole reason for approaching you and trying to convince you that you're one of many, that you're nothing special to this person, that your person is just faking their love for you, their motivation behind doing that is envy. It's jealousy. It's the desire to come between the two of you because they weren't able to make it work with your person. Okay? And then the chorus goes, once again, this is a retake of my life. I was his star for many nights. Now the roles have changed and you're the leading lady in his life. Lights, camera, now you're on. Just remember you've been warned. Enjoy it now because it won't last. Same script, different cast. And I want to take a look for a minute there at the enjoy it now because it won't last. So this individual, this previous partner or counterfeit of your God-ordained partner, they don't want to see your relationship with this person last. They don't want to see the two of you even come together, let alone for it to last. And if you don't know who your person is just yet, if they have an ex-partner that things didn't work out with, they don't want to see that person with anybody new. So when you come into the picture, they're going to have a problem with you. They're going to be speaking death over the union before it even comes together. And then Deborah says, it's your fault, you didn't love him enough. And Whitney says, that's the problem, I loved him too much. And when you love him, he becomes unattracted to you. So that right there is really interesting. One of the tricks that this person may try, this previous partner of your God ordained partner, one of the tricks they may try is to tell you that you're going to be wasting your love and your affection on this person. That the more you love him or her, the less they're going to want you. Okay? And then Deborah goes, oh no, he's changed and I'll prove you wrong. And Whitney says, no, you won't. And then Deborah says, go away and leave us alone because he loves me. And Whitney says, he'll hurt you. And Deborah says, he'll stay with me. And Whitney says, he'll leave you for sure. And then the song pretty much repeats itself until this particular line that is very interesting. And Deborah says, I'm the future, you're his past. Okay? And I'm going to stop there. So for someone, focus on the fact that you're this person's future. See, the whole reason why things didn't work out with them and this previous partner is because that previous partner was not their God ordained. That previous partner, that relationship was not ordained by God. And that's the whole reason why it didn't work out. Okay? So don't let this person get in your ear. And for some of you, this is a sure thing. They will. And if they don't come themselves, they're going to send somebody to do it on their behalf. Don't let this person get in your ear and try to plant on truths about your person in your ear because they just want to see the union shrivel up and die before it even takes off. So be wary of that. That's one message. And I'm going to put the lyrics and the song into the description box for those of you who would like to take a look at it on your own. So now this second message, as I said before, it may tie into the first message for some of you. And for others of you, you may be able to relate to both. Okay? For others of you, just one. So this message comes from a dream that I had. And I had that dream actually this morning. Okay? When I was just before I woke up this morning. In this dream, this man, he was sitting with this woman. And I was made to understand that the woman he was sitting with was his God-ordained partner. Now, what I noticed about the man was that he had this very determined look on his face. And you know how they say you have your teeth set on something? It looked like that. He actually had I could see the tension in his jaw, but not because he was upset or anything. He just had a very determined look on his face. And he was actually reading scripture to this woman. And that is what made me pay attention in the first place, the fact that he was reading scripture to her. So this is the scripture that he was reading to her. And I choose to read it from the New Living Translation because the New Living Translation phrases it so beautifully. It's Genesis 2:23, and it reads, "At last, the man exclaimed, this one is bone from my bone and flesh from my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken from man." And again, that was Genesis 2:23. So now, for those of you whom this part of the word is for, this actually also ties into the word that I put in the community tab earlier today. So for those of you whom that word was for, this word is going to be for you as well. And I'm going to put a link to that post in the community tab into the description box here so that you can have a look at it if this word is for you. So if this word is for you, your person's mind is made up. Their mind is made up. They recognize you as their rib. If you're a man listening to this, this woman knows that you're the rib that she was fashioned from. Your rib is the one that she was fashioned from. And if you're a woman listening to this, this man knows that you're his missing rib. He knows that. And he is determined. Like I said, the man that I saw in the dream, he had this determined, resolute look on his face. Like he had every intention of making this woman his wife. So your person, if this is for you, has every intention of being with you for the rest of his life or the rest of her life. This person's mind is made up. And when I tell you nothing is going to make them change their mind, nothing is going to make them change their mind. And that's the word, guys. I hope that this message